If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine, and maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them, from disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
We all know that owning a small business means you wear many hats, but sometimes you really need an extra pair of hands. Upwork is how good companies find great and trusted freelance talent. With more than 2 decades of experience, with the simple and ambitious goal of pioneering a better way of working, companies at every stage turn to Upwork to get things done and find more flexibility in staffing key projects and initiatives. They access a global marketplace filled with top talent in IT, web dev, marketing, and more. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. With no cost to join, you can register, browse freelancer profiles, and get help drafting a job post or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them and take your business to the next level. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with top talent ready to help your business grow. That's UPWORK.com, Upwork.com.
BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from pro, college basketball, UFC, MMA, and more. You always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. With live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. BetOnline is truly the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive a 50% off welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure you use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive your rewards. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts, was a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio. Back in the Bossman Show, friend of the show, Coach Johnny Jones, the Southern Tigers, back in third time in 3 years, back to back. Coach Jones, you're the man down here in Houston. How you doing, man?
I couldn't be better. As I said, I'm always excited. If I'm on with you this time of year, it's a good thing. And
yes,
we couldn't be more excited, and another great opportunity for us and the young men that represent our program.
And Coach Jones, I know you had a tough year this year, but your guys fought through adversity, Coach. You know, it was a tough year out of conference, in conference, but hey, y'all went to Birmingham, recentered, and defended like crazy. Talk about the resolve for your young men, Coach, this season, Coach, knowing what you all went through this year.
Well, sometime when you're going through adversity, it's a growing season at the same time. And our guys had a choice to make. Either they could have hang their heads, or it could have been a learning experience for them, and they could continue to get better. Our guys chose to continue to fight, get better, and see where we're taking them at the end of the year. Never gave up and told them it's not over until the final clock really ticks out on us and the horn sounds. And I think because of the attitude, mentality, and the mindset that they've had throughout the year. Got 8 guys on this team that was part of the team last year that won the championship. 3 of these guys have 3 championships now. So they have kind of a championship DNA about them. They know what it takes, and getting to that tournament was a big thing for us after even having a tough conference season. We just knew that we had to put ourselves in position to hopefully get there, and anything can happen. And these guys were able to turn it on, come together, bond together at the right time, and have 3 great days of basketball there in Birmingham.
And Coach Jones, I really love their resolve because, you all dropped 3 close games in a row. And I mean, it was right there. And why people are saying, Coach Jones, that when in your level, it's really about the intangibles. It's not talent. It's possessions here and there, free throw blackout, a missed shot, make a miss, a charge. It's little small things. And those games are very close for you all. But you said your guys came back and reset, got to Birmingham and locked in. So I love what you guys did, Coach, knowing how close those games were. They didn't tap out.
Well, unfortunate for us, but it's basketball. We had several guys missed games this past season due to illness or injuries. And the good thing is, regardless of who we had available for those games, these guys never hung their head or was trying to figure out a certain teammate is not there. It gave guys who generally probably wasn't going to have an opportunity to play a lot of minutes, ample opportunity to get great experience. And at the end of the day, because of some of the injuries and illnesses we had, when it came tournament time, it helped us with our depth because it was guys that we weren't afraid to put in the game, and the moment wasn't going to be too big for them. And so some of the games that we lost early on, we lost our point guard really for about our first 9 conference games. And he's certainly our quarterback at the end of the day. And if you look at the latter part of our conference season, he's the guy who really did a great job of pulling us through, making plays, shots down the stretch that made a huge difference at the end of the day. But at the same time, other guys had valuable minutes to play some important possessions for us. And so once our team was all together, which we were pretty healthy come conference time, these guys did a great job in the preseason. They wind up knocking off Arizona State at the beginning of the year. We played 5 teams now that's in the NCAA tournament right now. 2 of them number 1 seeds in terms of Houston and Kansas. So we played an extremely tough schedule, and our guys felt like we were built for a long stretch because of the caliber competition we played against. So we didn't blink. We just continued to fight, and we've got a very tough conference. Our conference, when you talk about the caliber teams in our conference, really, really good, and you have to be clicking at the right time, and we're fortunate to be able to do that for 3 days there in Birmingham.
And Coach Jones, you went through the 1, 5, and 2 seeds to get that SWAC title. But what really did it for you was your defense. All those days defensively, you all brought it. And I know you love your defense. Let's talk about that defensive intensity your guys brought all down to Birmingham, play those tough teams you all played.
When you're on defensively, you really have to be locked in and on the same string. And that was one of the big things we talked to our guys about, being really locked in and in this tournament, making sure that we had empty our tanks night in and night out. We couldn't come back to the locker room on full. We had to empty our tank out there on the floor, exert the energy that it was going to take against the really good teams. We're playing several of the teams that we played scored 70 and 80 points or something against us really in the regular season. We lost twice to Alcorn. We lost twice to Grambling. And so when those things happened, we had to make sure that our guys understood how important it was to defend at a high level. So in the conference tournament, I think those teams scored maybe 60, 61 points. And one of the teams I think may have scored 58, may have been Grambling in the championship game. So we were able to defend at a high level, at the same time hold them to low field goal percentages. in low scoring, and that was the difference in the outcome of those games, what we did on the defensive end.
Especially Coach Jones against Grambling. You held those guys overall for 3, 2 of 18 from 3, which tells me you're attacking that you holding the line, the 3-point line, and not getting behind you, keeping in front of you, making sure over top of you. And I think that's very key because Dante does a good job with his team, and they love to play a certain way, and you all force them to shoot over top of you. And fortunately for you all, it was missing. But that's just how you go. I think you were. They had to shoot 18 threes over top of your defense, which is always a good thing.
Coach Jackson, rightfully so, is co-coach of the year. Tremendous job, a great season by the Grambling Tigers. And at the end of the day, we certainly had to defend at a high level. And what happens is you get to that championship game and you're playing those days, and the number of days, a lot goes into it. Where are your legs? Where's your conditioning? And for the championship game, because those first 2 days, it's a grind to really want to just get to the finals. And as the game play out and as hard as the game is played, where you're going to be late. And they had the player of the year and Christian on their team, who's a phenomenal player who can really score. It had to be a part of our main focus and making sure we did a great job of trying to be with him and try to stop him and not allow him to have a big game. I thought we did a good job defensively against him. And the other players on their team were phenomenal shooters, can break you down defensively. Thought we did a great job of keeping them in front of us and at the same time contesting jump shots as well, and not allow those guys to get going, which they're extremely capable of doing.
And Coach, tell us about PJ Henry, tournament MVP. Tell me about that young man, what he's meant to your team on and off the court.
He was MVP last year. And again this year as well. And again, we missed him for the first 9 games in conference play. Really, he played I think a couple of minutes and game 7 or 8 and 9 prior to the second half of conference starting. But I told someone the other day, I think you can use a football analogy. You can have great receivers, you can have tremendous running backs. But if you don't have a quarterback or signal caller that knows how to facilitate and get the ball to the right place at the right time and when to pass and when to hand that thing off, and sometimes you got to tuck and run yourself, he's that guy. He is that guy. He's that signal caller that I absolutely trust. I always tell him he's got the keys to the program. He's driving this team, and we happen to be on the bus with him. And a lot of decisions he make is going to be based on the success of our team. And I can't tell you, he's one of those guys I enjoy making that Uber call to, because I want him picking us up and taking us where we need to go, because he delivers us in a huge way.
Yes, indeed, Coach Jones. Also, Devon Barnes, another young man. I saw he gave you a lot this year as well. Talk about Devon's contribution to the team as well, Coach Jones.
I talked about those 8 guys that were part of the team last year, and some of those guys were walk-ons that didn't have a chance to play, who are redshirt freshmen right now. David Barnes was a true freshman last year and helped us win a championship. And I can tell from the experience that he had a year ago, has really excelled this year. He's our leading scorer on our team. He's a sophomore and just a tremendous player. He's solid, leads us in terms of free throw shooting. He's a high field goal percentage guy as well. Rebound the basketball, can defend, and is just so mature, for his age. In how he fits in with his basketball team and the group of fifth-year seniors that we have. I mean, he plays as though that he's one of those guys at the end of the day, and executes at a high level. So he's a guy that we really, really count on to make plays on both ends of the floor, offensively, defensively. Don't make a whole lot of mistakes. Knows how to get the ball from point A to point B, understands scout and report, and probably one of the most focused, high IQ basketball players on our team that does an excellent job of just being locked in day in and day out. And there's nobody on our team that outworks him.
I hear that, Coach. It's always important. Going to the gym on your own, on your off days, is always a good thing. I always want to be in the gym, ready to get better. A coach's dream, in my opinion, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of those guys, you got to put him out to gym practice, because he's always wanting. He actually lives pretty much directly across the street from our arena and from the campus. and all the time he's wanting to be in there. And at times I seriously have had to tell coaches to tell him to get out of the gym because he wants to shoot with alone. He wants to shoot with his teammates when they do an individual skill work. Then he goes through our workouts in terms of what we do with their team. And sometimes he comes in with some soreness in areas. And I told him sometimes you got to rest your body, man. You're really wearing yourself out. But he's a guy that he's nonstop. And I love it because of the fact he's a basketball junkie. And he loves being in the gym. And when you're talking to him, if it's not about academics or something, he's talking about basketball.
100%, Coach. What you seen on film from FDU? Tobin done a good job this year in the NEC. They play a unique style of play up there very fast. He's been doing good in year one up there for those guys. What you seen on film from those guys, Coach?
I'll tell you, you're exactly right. They like to play fast. They put up a lot of points. They love to press after made baskets, and they extended and they tried to create turnovers for easy scoring opportunities as well. They can shoot the three ball. They're a motion type team. Their continuous movement, what they do on the offensive end of the floor. So where they lack in size, their quickness, their ability to stretch the floor, create problems for people trying to defend them is a huge deal. And on the other end of the floor, because of their ability to pressure you and turn you over, it helps. They will trap down on the post sometime if they feel like that there's a matchup problem there. But the guy's done a tremendous job coaching his basketball team and getting them to this point. And just hats off to him. Obviously in the first year, putting his team in a position to be here in the NCAA tournament.
Well, Coach Jones, best luck to you tomorrow night. I'll be cheering for you as always, Coach Jones. I always love to see you guys win, man. So I hope you win that game and still on that 6-6, that 1 seed, Coach. I'm praying for you. I'm cheering for you, buddy.
Well, I certainly appreciate it. Thanks so much. It's always great being on with you. Thanks for taking time with me this morning, and go Tigers.
Thanks, Coach. See you soon, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from pro, college basketball, UFC, MMA, and more. You always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. With live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. BetOnline is truly the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive a 50% off welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure you use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive your awards. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts, was a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.